Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time on Star Trek, half and half?
Half and half.
Half and half. Some good, some bad, some very little in between, actually. Yeah, it is what it is. Today we're watching an episode called Up the Long Ladder.
Up the Long Ladder.
I think of Huey Lewis's song, Jacob's Ladder. And just, for some reason, that's just the thing that's in my mind right now. Also, a fun thing that we are kind of about to deal with is we're kind of entering... this is the last episode of TNG that came out before the release of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone's about to learn why God needs a starship, I guess. But no, it's this is despite the fact that we watched all the movies first, we're obviously still in that time period where the movies were still, the TOS movies were still coming out during TNG's release. So we have this. We're now in the era where after this we have one more TOS movie to be released, which I think is sometime during either season 4 or 5. I want to say 4. I could be wrong. Maybe 5. Who knows? Anyway, but yeah, I just think that's interesting and worth noting. So we're going to get the post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to join us then. We're about to watch Up the Long Ladder. I know we've joked about it a few times, but I think we've finally found it, Jacob. I think we've found Gene Roddenberry's utopian future. Oh, that was bad.
Oh, boy.
That was bad.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to lie. I had fun at points.
Yes, this episode, at a moment, provided me with entertainment.
Yeah. I think I would really love... You know what? I think our main farmer guy, Odell, I think I would find him... He's kind of got the Harry Mudd thing going on right now. He's he's a fun character to watch, but also like the stuff he's doing is genuinely reprehensible, and he's just kind of a really scummy character, so I can't really be on board with liking him. But at least Mudd is outright a villain, and Odell was supposed to be like, yeah, you go make your new society, man. But, it's... Okay, so this felt like a TOS episode. This felt like a TOS episode, like 100% through and through. Between the bizarre sexual energy throughout it, the straight up the music. We had the music sounded like TOS a fair bit. To the random ass plotline right at the start of the episode that got dropped the second it was resolved, which was like 5 minutes in. The Worf stuff was the best stuff. I loved that opening with Worf and Pulaski. That was fantastic.
Never brought up
once they had their little scene with the tea. Again, fantastic scene. I loved that so much. I'm just gonna kind of run through my notes because I don't really know how to tackle this piece of shit.
You know what? Yeah, this is a run through the notes kind of episode.
Okay. SOS signal. War faints. World War III. We got a mention of World War III.
Yeah, we got a
World War III. I think actually I realized because this is the same notebook. I'm still in the same notebook. I'm starting to near the end of it actually that I've been using since the very start of these videos, which is kind of fun. But I went back to my Spacey notes and I was like, oh wait a second. They say in Spacey the last World War was in the 90s. And I'm like, okay, interesting. But here, I think we're specifically putting a stamp on it and saying World War III because they're closer to the 90s now where they're like, okay, realistically, it's not going to happen, but we already said that it happens, so we can at least like name it a bit more specifically.
And in Star Trek history, we've dropped enough like time bombs, like we've like in TNG even like just in Hotel Royale.
Yeah.
Like we dropped a number of hints even about like the general time period that followed.
Yeah. Klingon disease. The scene with Pulaski with the tea again, just great stuff. We got farmers. We got a woman. This is where I really felt TOS because it was we have Odell's daughter here. And she is she's there for Riker to take one look at and decide I'm going to fuck you and we get the scene. They definitely had sex, right? They definitely did. That's what that scene was cutting to, right?
It had to.
And like she's literally just there, as the episode even says about you. She's literally just there to have sex with men and to reproduce. That's her entire point. And she objects to this in the episode and then says, well, that's not so bad. What about him? He's all like fucking...
I will say, I found the first group of farmers introduction to be most interesting. Like, it's just funny. And like the way like it cuts to just a barn essentially appearing in the transporter room.
I do like the one guy hears O'Brien's name and is like, I knew a fellow Irishman had to be running this ship. And like, that's fucking great. I love it. Is there the implication that they're racist? I think they imply that.
They imply that, but if
there's some weird reactions to Worf, I think.
but I can't decide if that's because he's got a big spiky ridge on his forehead or the color of like his skin tone.
I don't know. I kind of get the sense that it's racism, but I'm not sure. But again, maybe racism against Klingons.
Because they have...
Which I guess isn't actually more acceptable, but it doesn't help that you're doing it with one of the only black members in the cast. So,
right, obviously. Although Worf does show them a damn good drink later.
Yeah, I did like the whiskey scene. I thought that was fun. We get the cloning plot with the other colony. It's very quickly resolved with the Enterprise themselves. They're like, oh, they made clones. Let's just go execute the clones. And they do. And that's it.
I feel like this episode is trying 3 to 2, at minimum 2 different plot lines. Mm-hmm. When they really should have focused on either the Irish farmers or the cloning planet.
Classic TOS. Classic TOS. That's it. Sending the clones was a killer line.
That was a really killer line.
Fantastic. Did I mention Gene Roddenberry was a swinger? I joked with you. I was debating to say this on the actual episode. In the actual video. I think I really want Gene Roddenberry to die. I'm at this point. Okay. I know we're not that far off realistically. He dies in 92 or 93. I'll look it up as I'm talking. I can vamp. I believe in myself.
I'm sure we have the ability to do that.
He does 91. Okay, so we're like 2 years off. We're 2 years off from the death of Gene Roddy Boy. And I can't wait. As I understand it, I think the next season is kind of when he gets a bit more hands off. We send him off to the nursing home, I guess.
Because here's the thing. He invented a great show, conceptually.
Yes.
But he really needs to take his hands off the wheel.
Yeah. I mean, so often, a bunch of our least favorite episodes in TOS were Roddenberry episodes.
Yeah, like ones penned by him.
Yes, one where he actually put his name on the fucking thing. When, TOS was not made great because of Gene Roddenberry. It was made great because of people like DC Fontana and Gene Kuhn and people that really carved out an identity for the show beyond what if Space Future was good, and that's the concept. Yeah. That's the concept of Star Trek. What if we make it is the concept. What if we actually fucking do it? What if we do something worthwhile with our species and create a better future? Actually, it's optimistic,
right? And I absolutely am behind that core idea.
Yeah, but so much of Star Trek actually ends up being, what if a woman had multiple husbands? And I think that's up the long ladder in a nutshell. Oh man, alright. I think that about does it. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to join us next time when we continue Star Trek The Next Generation. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
Jacob.
Goodbye.